Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mo Miller Jr., commonly known to those that know me as the Almighty Sam Hill. I am your host of the Little Mo Miller Show, and I present to you tonight the inauguration of the Sam Hill Stories. Now, I had to drop the debut album in 2014 or 15, titled The Sam Hill Story, an autobiography of my life told in the hip-hop form. But this here is called the Sam Hill Stories, right? And these stories will be told by me, as I've been told that I tell good stories sometimes, but I've also learned from master storytellers by watching and listening. I listen and enjoy the stories of the great Charlie Murphy. May his soul rest in peace. I also love and listen to the stories of Boog Knight, of Mr. Marion Boog Knight. This man tells his stories, and I cannot lie, ladies and gentlemen. I be in tears laughing. This nigga is retarded. No disrespect to people with, disabilities. It's not about your bigger jokes or your special need. It's just he's very blatant with his forwardness, and it's just hilarious to me. So, I also study YouTube storytellers too. Carcino is the master of YouTube storytelling, man. Even when he messes a story up, he get in the comments like, yo, man, I ain't slept in 4 days, man, so please pardon me. Storytelling, it takes, just your ideas to another level, and I've been told that I'm a master storyteller with my rapping. I didn't know that, but we gonna tell these stories here because there's a lot of narratives that has been placed out there about the almighty Sam Hill, ladies and gentlemen. Most of these narratives were put out there by Pastor Kwame Thompson. They were also put out there by my mother, Miss Ramona Rosita Chase, and a coward named James Ronald Mitchell Sr. But this first inauguration, is it inaugurative? Inaugurative. I just stopped smoking weed, so I'm getting my brain cells back. This inauguration, I have to dedicate to my mother. I have to tell a story. I have to speak on my mother because my mother passed away April 19th, and we did not have a great relationship at all. If you listen to my music and if you know me personally, I tell things about what's going on in my life. I talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? And Mona was crazy, man. Mona had severe mental and emotional problems. You know what I'm saying? And I set this off by saying that her firstborn grandchild, who was a female, Crackhead Toya. Crackhead Toya told me that her grandmother told her that she needs to be careful on who she reproduces with because there's a mental disease that's running rampant in the females in her family, right? So I'm like, yeah, I could see that, bitch, because you women are insane, man. Just your complete decision-making has no sense to it. The things you people choose to do, I just sit back and look, you deserve what you got, because I'm going to laugh. That's just me. But, my mom's was like very peculiar. She had magic powers. She's a Dominican from St. Thomas. She's a Dominican Indian, born in St. Thomas. You know what I'm saying? And she came over here about 14 years old. To do what? I don't know. I know before my mother passed away, we had a talk, and she said, why would my mother, she said, what did I do for my mother to send me away? And what I found out is that she was a disrespectful child. My mother was also possibly a racist child. Now, mind you, my mother is Dominican. She's a Dominican black woman. She's Indian, right? But my other niece told me that, I don't know where she got this history from, but she told me that my mother used to be real disrespectful, and I could believe it because she was a disrespectful adult. And she used to say a lot of fly shit about her mother or to her mother. I don't know. I never met my grandmother, Leah. I never seen a picture of her. I don't know what her complexion is like. But my niece was telling me my mother was on some real racist shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how you go over there and be racist with your mother? I don't know if this is true. I just know what I was told. How you being racist with your mother and you got number of babies by black men and you a black woman, but you a Dominican and you're black, you're Indian. But you come over here being ignorant. Okay, cool. With that said, my mother really didn't love me at all. My mother never told me she loved me at all. And when she told me she was dying 3 years ago, I lost it. I've always been in love with my mother because I know my mother don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? Mona don't know no better. Mona's stupid bitch, man. Like, it's just what it is. Bitch is stupid. You know what I'm saying? Ignorant. She let her aunt run her into the ground. You know what I'm saying? She listened to her aunt and ruined her entire life. You know what I'm saying? She listened to her aunt, left my father. She hooked my mother up with William Vaughn. William Vaughn moved in our new apartment in the next building immediately when I was about 7, 8 years old. And then he started grooming my sister and started knocking her head off. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up moving in an apartment together. And then my ignorant mother still leaves that girl in control of her trust and her will and her insurance policy after she moved in with her man. So regardless of what I'm showing you, Ma, of what's going on, you still don't want to believe it because it's me. Not a problem. So, it's just what it is, yo. Everything you hear, y'all, if y'all know my music, man, everything y'all hear that sounds like it's struggle, my music is called pain music. It's because, the way I grew up, people thought they was going to play the Truman Show with my life as far as like dictate the outcome of my life from the outside. But these cowards called the money boss players wouldn't dare step to me because they ain't never stepped to me. They could never step to me. The tyranny that they put my son, his mother, and James Mitchell through never happened to me. And that's the best part of all this. And my mother knew everything. This is why this is so bad. My mother knew everything that was going on with my son. She knew everything about the kidnapping. She knew everything about Stephanie. She knew Stephanie got turned out by the money boss players. She know that she got pimped out by the money boss players. She also know that she got convinced to leave my child with my enemies. We're going to get into that down the line. That's going to be a future story. But Mona knew everything. My mother was the love of my life when I was a child. This lady had the most beautiful, kindest heart to me as a baby. Even though she was evil to me and my siblings, she was very evil to them physically. She was more evil to me psychologically. She tried to get she was very physical with me when I was younger, but then as she got older, I wasn't my siblings. Yo, you gonna stop putting your hands on me. Like, I really don't like when you hit me. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up, Mona. Stop playing with me. You talking that shit because you bigger than me now, but everybody used to say to Mona, what you doing to him, yo, he is going to flip out. You ain't gonna be able to control him. You making him into something for no reason. Yo, people said this to my mother. People told me that they said to my mother, yo, when he get older, he's gonna be a problem. But this is a problem that she wanted to make because she wanted me to destroy my life. The problem that really became wasn't the problem that they wanted. The problem that I grew into was a soldier of God. They wasn't expecting me to be a messenger of God. They was never expecting me to live a righteous life. Now, don't get it twisted. I'll do it to you. I do it to you straight up because I don't bother nobody. I can go about my life in that way when I don't bother nobody, when people take it upon themselves to fuck with me for whatever reason. I don't like to be bothered, but I bother you. And everybody who tends to think they want to bother me, they all call police on me at the end. Oh, it's something they see in me that scares them, and it's something that's seeing me that they want to be, and they think they can talk it out of me. Neither here nor there. At the end of the day, my mother told me she was dying 3 years ago. And like I said, man, I broke down, and she kept telling me, yo, stop crying, baby. It's okay, baby. I'm gonna be all right. Like, my mother was being kind of, it's all right, man. I'm gonna be okay. Stop crying, man. I know my son loved me. And out of all the evil she did to me, she know I was in love with her. The reason why I'm in love with Ramona is because of the love she gave me as a child. It stopped real young, but then I had to cover myself. You know what I'm saying? And when I seen my mother April 15, 2026, because she made the call and said, call my son, I want to see my son. She forgot she cut me off the will. She forgot she cut me off the life insurance. And even if she did forget, she said, oh my God, they're not going to do nothing for me. But it wasn't about them doing anything for me. She been cut me off. How I know it because I went and researched. I looked it up myself. They said, Mr. Miller, it's nothing. Everybody else's name was on here but you. And I took it for what it was. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing about all of this is, it's really upsetting me as far as like the game they played with my mother. You know what I'm saying? Because she got bamboozled. She let the lady who moved in with her man, who was listening to them have sex, was waking me up to listen to them have schmacks. Excuse my expression, YouTube. Don't cut me off, please. Listen to them have schmacks. Schmactual relationships. You won't wake me up, listen to my mother get her head knocked off. I said, bitch, I will punch you in your face. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear, oh God, yeah. I don't want to hear that, Mona. Yo, she loved it. Yo, she was loving it. She was loving it. And then next you know, my mother be at work and I start to see things in the house. Because everybody thinks I'm stupid. One thing I will respect about that coward William Vaughn, wherever he's at, hell or heaven, I don't know, he's most likely in hell. He never told my mother I was fucking bitches all over the house. Oh my God, he never said nothing. He never told nothing. I had women in and out of that house. My mother was never home. She was working. I didn't care about William Vaughn. You ain't telling me nothing. I don't care how big with muscles you think your eyes, I do it to you. He ain't never said nothing about me. And I was my father's son for real. But that's not this story. That's coming later. Oh, the Mo Miller Chronicles. Yo, Mo Miller, the Sid Hill stories is going to have the Mo Miller Chronicles, man. Oh, my God. This is just the inauguration, y'all. I'm becoming overwhelmed talking about my mother. I'm not going to lie. My mom's died April 19th, and nobody wanted to tell me. They didn't want me at her funeral. They didn't want me there at all because they know how I was going to tear it up. Oh, I was going to come in there so super fresh. I am Mo's child for real. I get fresh for real. You know what I'm saying? And I was going to come in there super fresh. Listen, man, they couldn't have me at my mother's funeral because of the fact that they know who I am. And they know, listen, at my mother's funeral, it could not be nothing else about me. Funerals are for the living and not for the dead. I wasn't there. And everybody who was there said, yo, where's Edward? That was a plan between Cheryl Caldwell and my sister, knowing my mother was dying. That's why when my mother died, April 19th, I only had like 60-something thousand followers on YouTube, and that began in January. In January 2026, I only had 200. My page is 14 years old. I haven't been promoting on this thing in years. I didn't stop rapping. I just stepped away from the game because I realized some things wanted to control me, and don't nobody tell me what to do but God. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of anything on this planet but God. You know what I'm saying? And more people know that than you would want to realize because they always call police on me. I don't have to get physical with these niggas. I don't have to. Look, don't get it twisted. The story coming up almost clapped Kwame in his face. Oh yeah, Pastor Kwame almost got clapped in his face. But that's gonna come later. You know what I'm saying? There's just so much that went on with my mother and her death. It's just so many different stories that's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they didn't want me there, they don't even know Mona been changing my life since then. Like I said, I only had 200 subscribers on a 14-year-old page. Now, I'm a respected MC around the world, but I haven't doing any promotion. I don't have a record label. I don't have a deal. I got my own situation I got for myself, but I never had a major record label deal to where people thought I was such a star. Chopped Heron Records over there in London was bootlegging my stuff. They was flipping it, all that. It's all good. Do what you think, Bob Lippert. It made me global. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. But Mona knows that she messed up on Earth, and God didn't let her leave. She's still here. Let me explain what's going on with Mona. Like I said, only 200 subscribers for 14 years. right? I haven't been promoting on this page in 8 years. I just be in the comments and floating around. I started promoting and it started taking off. I had a few viral shorts. I had like maybe 2-3 viral shorts. The one with Bella and Michael Jackson logo, right? After my mother dies, and I guess she realized what's going on, the funerals, everything is what it is, everything happens already. By June 2026, Mona died April 19th. By June, I was over 100,000 subscribers. Before I got my plaque, before I got to sit and really focus on my plaque, that made me feel like I won a Grammy. Yo, I'm 200 subscribers. 200,000 subscribers. And within all this time, when Mona died, April 19th, 2026, her number's been popping up in my life consistently. Y'all know Mona, who know Mona. Whoever know my Dominican mother knows the numbers she's played forever. That number keep popping up everywhere. She here. She gotta fix what she did. Not only that, yesterday I went to get a cut, and I take the train bus. It's a train bus in New York that's like, you don't gotta get on the train. You could get on the train bus and it take you all the way to downtown, and take you to Brooklyn, and take you wherever you want. In New York, you don't gotta get on the train. And I'm on there and I'll start making some videos for YouTube. And I wanted to make a short where I showed myself, because I had on my New York attire. I had on my New York shirt with the championship hat. I wanted to do something nice for the videos now. You know, my fans love my shorts. And I recorded a 10-second video, and I went back to look at it. On the right side of my face, now mind you, there's no angle for any reflection. There's no nothing that a reflection can happen. I'm looking at the video, and going towards the end of the video, on the right side of my face, Mona face pop up. Mona face pop right up. I have the video right here. It didn't scare me. I said, yeah, I know you here. Fix it. Fix what you did. My mother's a spiritual oracle, man. I know Mona, man. Mona know the spiritual powers I have. I know the spiritual powers Mona have. I don't know the spiritual power my sisters and my brothers have, if they ever have any. Mona could foresee death. Mona been calling death since I was born, before I was born. Mona got something that happens over her face like a black spider or something, and when that somebody's gonna die. She never mastered who? She never mastered the complete knowledge of God that he gave her, because she likes to get high and she's a coward. She's scared to be herself. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that power went to my sister, but my mother was a powerful, death foreseeing oracle. You know what I'm saying? And yo, it's unbelievable that I sent the picture, I sent the video to my man in France, and he said, don't post that. He said, no, don't post. He said, yo, that's a face. I said, you see? He said, yo, that's a face. I said, yo, he said, ain't no angle. There's no way that the phone is turned towards that window to where that face came straight behind your right eye. It matched your right eye. Her right eye and my right eye blended together for her to show me that that's me. Now, that could have been my father, or it could have been my mother, because I look like my mother and my father. Mona ain't gone, y'all. Go look at the headline. Ramona Rosita Chase, Dominican Indian lunatic. But she don't like how y'all treating her baby. Because regardless of what she did to her baby here, to be down, because she just wanted to be with the in crowd. Regardless of what she did, to be down with money boss, to be down with whatever, to turn everything against me. They thought I was going to fold and be the crackhead her grandchild is. Nah, because that's what she said she wanted for me. She said she wanted me a loser. You're going to be nothing. You're going to be a bum junkie like your father, not knowing that I know my father ain't no bum junkie. Because when I started going to school by myself at 8 years old, I started bumping into dad in the street at 8, 9 years old. My dad gave me $100, $150. Yo, I'm in elementary school, second, third grade, with hundreds and hundreds of dollars. My siblings don't know nothing about that after he left, because even though their life was Christmas every day while he was there, my life was Christmas all the time when he wasn't. Yo, I love my mother, man. I love my father. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get this off real quick, man. I'm about to start crying, man. Yo, I did not understand how much I love my mother, man, until I seen her be so kind to me on her deathbed. I went in to go see Mona looking so nice. I was looking nice, too. I went to go see Mona. My sister said, hey, Ma, Ed was here. Her eyes opened up. She tucked her hand up and waved to me. And I'm like, yo, I said, hi, Mom. I said, hi, Mom. She said, hi. I said, hi, Mom. I said, hey, how you doing, Mommy? She said, I'm dying. I was like, I know, Mom. You gonna be all right. She said, you gonna be all right. And then, I just couldn't hold it back. I said to my sister, I said, yo, if your mother wasn't about to die, yo, she'd be getting indicted. She said, what you talking about? I said, yo, y'all, you know what happened to my son. What you mean what happened to Aaron? She said, are you serious? I said, yo, there's no way you don't know. Stop acting like you don't know. Yo, the 43rd precinct called me. And I'm in front of my mother watching my mother die. Dying, she died 4 days later. Yo, I'm watching my mother dying, yo. This nigga Kwame went and told police that I've been Kwame Thompson, Pastor Kwame Thompson of the Money Balls Players, right? Leader of the criminal organization with Jason Boss, JB, right? Two cowards that scared the death of me, that play games with my son and traffic my son and think that they could play games because he's a lawyer, he's a pastor, but that lady that got locked up from Lafayette Gardens, I hope she tell everything on them because she's gonna have to, right? Yo, I gotta dead this right now. I want to thank y'all and I want to apologize for crying like this, man. Yo, but I want to say something real quick though, right? Yo, this picture you see with my mother in the hospital, this was about 10 years ago. My mother been real sick for a long time, but they didn't tell her that she was dying until 3 years ago, which they been knew possibly. But my point to saying what I'm about to say is that, what I'm about to say is that none of her children or grandchildren came to see her for years when she was. Mona was in and out of the hospital for years. The only people who came and sat with Mona was her cousins and me. The only one of her children who sat there for hours, and she would treat me so mean and be nasty towards me. You know what I'm saying? When she woke up from her operation, my mother had an operation, and I'm the only one who went there to see her in recovery. No, I went to see her later in recovery. When she woke up and saw me from recovery, she had an attitude. And I said, Mom, I'm the only one of your kids that came to see you. And I'll see you later, Mom.